Hi, Erik Linask here at Interop in Las Vegas, chatting now with Calvin Nicholson from Server Technology. Calvin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it.
What's the latest over at Server Technology?
A couple of new things are going on with Server Technology right now. We've advanced our POPs technology, which is our per outlet power sensing. So, number of power measurements, wattage, power factor, voltage, current, parent power that we can do per outlet. And that really has significance in the data center because we can group those outlets either across a single PDU or across the network and get power information per individual devices, per applications, per racks, and roll that up and provide the user with useful power information within their data center.
When you talk about delivering power information, you're talking about energy consumption, that sort of thing.
We are, absolutely. So our cabinet PDUs will give you energy consumption over time. We've also added a new technology called our PIPS technology, which is a per in-feed power sensing. So for the people out there that are doing branch circuit monitoring at the remote power panel, they can now do those measurements within the cabinet PDU itself. So that's a big advantage versus retrofitting an RPP, a remote power panel, or some other distribution panel. It can all be done within the cabinet power distribution unit.
So what's, when you're talking about these capabilities, what's the selling point for when you're going into data centers? Is it that they're able to more closely monitor and engage in their environmental awareness initiatives, or what's the selling point?
It covers a wide variety. It really depends on what the customer is focusing on. Certainly, if we look today at the green initiatives that are going on, gives you the capabilities to compute PUE and DCIE, those types of factors. But what it really gets down to for most of our customers is dollars. They want to understand where their power is being used. They want to understand what devices are consuming what power. They can also use it to identify comatose or servers that aren't providing useful work but are still drawing power. So it really gets down to dollars and cents, having the best information on hand to manage and monitor and control their data center power. We take the POPs and the PIPS information and we can roll that up into our Sentry Power Manager software tool and provide reports and trends and graphs and all those things so the customer can use it to make real-world business decisions.
So when you're talking about some of these pieces of equipment in the data center that are not really doing anything but are still drawing energy, any sense of how many of those there are and the sort of the cost implication of those?
And that's a good point. The cost implications are huge. Many of our customers operate on the 10% rule, and roughly every 12 to 16 months that their data center is going, roughly 10% of the devices aren't doing any useful work. So you take that combined with an idle server still using about 40 to 50% of the power, just sitting there idle, and you roll those up to dollars, it's very significant in the data center today.
So how do you go to market with your products?
We have a direct sales force, and we also embrace the channel. When you get into an intelligent device, which has got secure networking and a number of different things, it's a value-add sell. There's somebody that's had to go in, explain what's going on, so you understand what you're getting for the dollar.
Now, do you partner or work closely with, collaborate with data center infrastructure vendors as well?
So we do, yes. You can integrate to our PDUs either via SNMP, or we have a standard API that uses very common SOAP and REST tools. So there's a number of third-party software companies out there like Modius and others that we're integrated with. We're integrated with a number of other companies via SNMP as well. We've done API integrations with companies like Inlight. So there's a number of different ways that you can get the information out of our PDUs.
What are you seeing? How much are you seeing in terms of replacing older equipment in data centers versus just doing complete build out of new data centers?
For us, we don't see a huge retrofit market, but we have seen in a lot of these virtualization and consolidation projects where they take it as an opportunity to go ahead and update the cabinet power, maybe even the whole cabinet, when they're doing those projects. So in some of those projects, we do see a revamp and an addition of the power. Most of our customers had a 3 to 5 year refresh rate, and as power supplies get more efficient, they're swapping devices out fairly often.
Do people, when they find out some of the information and some of the statistics that you're able to deliver, does that information come as a surprise to them?
I think that the significance is not in the surprise of the value they're getting. It's how big the problem really is. I think they understand they have comatose devices. I think they understand that they want to monitor and measure power. A lot of them just really aren't sure how to get there. And that's where we come in and provide those types of solutions.
Excellent. We're talking here at Interop in Las Vegas with Server Technologies' Calvin Nicholson. Calvin, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.